Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation! We will see you on Saturday afternoon! Riley Meister gets the point!
Back into left field! Say goodnight to that baseball!
This is another one! It's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas! Needs a point, and it's alive! Hansen pushes it over! Unbelievable! We play on! It's blocked! We're tied! We're tied! Unbelievable!
If it's storylines you want, it's storylines you get. So many things on the line tonight here at Strongsville High School as the 7-1 Mustangs welcome in the 9-0 Wadsworth Grizzlies. This is the OHSAA on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Hello, friends. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me tonight, Bryce Fisher. Bryce, here we are, first game after Christmas, and it's one final gift under the tree. Two great teams. I mean, once again, going back to storylines, Sydney Butera, 34 points away from 1K in her Strongsville career. Wadsworth, one win away from starting the year 10-0 with aspirations of a state title run. And we're getting an early preview of one of maybe the best games of this whole entire season. And oh, by the way, the regular season, it isn't done until the middle of February.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good game to start the OHSAA season. We're about a third of the way through. I think Wadsworth has a great chance tonight to go on a run, put up a lot of points on the board against this Strongsville offense that is also very high-powered. It's going to be a shootout, in my opinion, of both teams.
And if it is to be a shootout tonight, that would really go in line with both offenses. Wadsworth allowing 34.4 points per game, Strongsville allowing 40. Obviously, polar opposites of that. The offense is Strongsville 62.6 points for, Wadsworth 53.4. Something has to give in that case, and we talked about it on Monday night with Holy Name and Independence. Something would have to give, and obviously early on in that game, Holy Name had that big run. They won it 51-15. What has to give tonight for each team for the result to go negative against them, meaning the defense doesn't hold up?
Well, I think for Wadsworth, they have to take Sydney Butera out of the question. So far, we don't see R.J. Davis down there. R.J. Jordan down there taking any warm-up shots. We don't actually see her in uniform at all. So she was the other key playmaker and offensive weapon on the perimeter for Strongsville. So it's going to be all on Sydney tonight. Wadsworth has to take away Sydney. And for Strongsville, they really have to stop the fast break for Wadsworth. Wadsworth has been able to get out in front, get out in transition, and get so many easy buckets. Not cherry picking, but they're getting a lot of transition points.
And the thing with this Wadsworth Grizzlies team, the first half is slow. The second half, they heat up. Strongsville, the first half is good. Third quarter, they falter. Fourth quarter, it's full steam ahead, and they get back in it. Very, very similar timelines right there. How does that benefit Strongsville in this first half? And more importantly, how do they take advantage of the streakiness of these Grizzlies?
I think the Grizzlies have been a boa constrictor this year, where they slowly drain you and then finish you off towards the end. I think Strongsville is going to have a great chance to get out in front and make Wadsworth play catch-up, which I don't think they've been used to yet this season.
And I mean, Wadsworth has controlled most of their games. The only catch-up that they would have to do is early on in a given contest. Their last game, I believe, up 27-24 at the half. 9-0 run, 36-24, really quick into that second half. They know how to win games. They know how to put teams away. But the question is, against a team like Strongsville, in their house, can they get it done? And that is our big overarching question tonight. With that in mind, we will toss things downstairs to our PA announcer, who is getting us underway with our pregame announcements.
We're in attendance this evening. Tonight's matchup is a matchup between the Wadsworth Lady Grizzlies and the Strongsville Lady Mustangs. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your schools and community in a positive and respectful manner. This means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, officials, coaches, administrators, and of course, your teams and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials for tonight's game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Our officials tonight are Andrew Toder, John Schuler, and Jason Everly. We live in a great country with freedoms like no other. To honor America, and in respect for all who have served this great country to defend these freedoms, you are invited to stand for the national anthem. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet our starting lineups. Starting with our Wadsworth Lady Grizzlies varsity basketball head coach, Andrew Booth. And the assistant coaches, Mark Postak, Tom Carnes, Mike Schmetzelzer Sr., and Alec Booth. And that starting lineup, 5'8" sophomore, number 1, Julia Maddox. 5'8" sophomore, number 3, Natalie Maddox. 5'10" senior, number 10, Lauren Decker. 5'8" senior, number 13, Mara Miner. And 5'9" junior, number 15, Natalie Mooser. And now the Strongsville Lady Mustang. And the Lady Mustang head coach, Maddie Fernbach. Assistant coaches, Don Thaw, Anthony Ocasio, Nick Haber. And the starting lineup, 5'6" sophomore, 5'3" junior, number 3, Sydney Butera. 5'2", that freshman, number 10, Chloe Bugantis. 5'7", sophomore, number 22, Maddie Clinton. 5'10", senior, number 24, Emmy Bryan. And that other freshman, 5'8", number 44, Lila Cronin.
Well, there you have it, our starting lineups, and I think the big change, Bugantis in the starting lineup opposed to Jordan, and as well, double bigs down low for Strongsville.
Yeah, I really like the double bigs for Strongsville. I think it's going to give them a nice little defensive edge against these Grizzlies who are trying to push the pace offensively. Although the question with double bigs, can they get out in transition and defend?
And once again, if you are just tuning in, you are watching the OHSAA on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me tonight, Bryce Fisher. We're glad to have you with us this evening as we have one of the best games in Northeast Ohio this season. Once again, two juggernauts, a clash of the Titans, and the opening tip will belong to Wadsworth. And we are ready to roll here in Strongsville. Time locally almost 7 o'clock on the dot. It is 6:59, and here come the Grizzlies down low to begin the game. Maddox able to make it. It's Natalie Maddox, the sophomore, one of two Maddoxes in the starting lineup. Her sister Julia, 12 points in the last game. So a very, very strong performance for her. We'll see what she can do this time out against a very good Strongsville team. But it's back-to-back possessions here for Wadsworth. No shots for Strongsville, stolen away by Julia Maddox. Once again, Natalie, no good. Julia, the rebound. Her second chance also denied. Excellent defense down below. The third chance also not there. And that is Sydney Butera with the rebound, needing 34 points tonight to break 1,000 in her Strongsville career. And it has to start here.
Yeah, I think she has to at least get on the board for the Strongsville Mustangs.
They need some kind of offense early on in this one. Krennic intercepted. Back-to-back turnovers for this Mustang offense against a Grizzlies defense that forced 27 on Tuesday, or rather Monday night against Canton McKinley. But Bugantis able to pick up the rebound. So 2 turnovers so far and nothing happening. And now that is a third turnover in the opening, 72 seconds.
Yeah, that can't happen if you're Strongsville right now, and I think they're really missing the ball handling ability of RJ Jordan. She was able to be the extra backcourt presence with Sydney.
And beyond backcourt presence, you look at a player who had one of the best shots in the Greater Cleveland Conference. You need a player like that, a confident, sharp shooter. You have that in Butera, but beyond that, you don't have a player with that prototype. And a nice job there. Lauren Decker driving inside, drawing the foul. She will now go to the line for 2. And we go back to that game against Canton McKinley. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. If she can play as good as she did on Monday night, she could be able to one-up that and get a double-double.
Yeah, agree. And she's listed at 5'10" for us, but she plays very long, and she has a lot of really good size that she's able to use. Really good wingspan, really long legs that allow her to maneuver throughout the paint.
And I think you look at this Wadsworth roster, top to bottom, no players in the 6-foot category. No real surprise there, but they play like they have so many 6-footers just like that down below. However, that one goes out of bounds off of Julia Maddox, and it will go the other way. But this team, they are not size-oriented. They are willpower-oriented. And if you've watched any of their games before this season, you see it on display. I watched film earlier today on this team, and my main takeaway, they have hustle and heart, and they can be a true contender in NEO this year. Cleansing, far side 3 for the Mustangs, off the side iron / backboard, no good. And yet again, the Wadsworth defense comes up with their stop, and here comes the offense going coast to coast. Moser not quite, and the rebound falls to Emmy Bryan, the senior. One of 2 bigs down below along with Krennic. The Euro from Butera can't get the roll, and yet another rebound falls to the Grizzlies. Excellent defense so far, but a rare mistake from this offense, a travel in transition. It goes back to the Stangs.
Yeah, you don't see that very often from Wadsworth as they like to push transition, but really good job of recovering from Sydney Butera, getting over there and putting a little bit of pressure as they're trying to pass it ahead.
And you talk about her in such a positive light here in Strongsville, one of their best all-time players. And if you talk to some media in the area, when it's all said and done, maybe the GOAT of Strongsville. And that's why.
Trey ball to get her started.
I mean, you can't write it any better than that for Sydney Butera. We are tied up at 3, and now an ankle breaker on the opposite end for Natalie Moser.
Yeah, you never want to end up on the floor as a defensive player, as we now have a full court press from Wadsworth.
And nearly a loose ball. A nice job down below by Bryan, and she will draw the foul.
I don't necessarily agree with the call there. We have a really good vantage point, but the ref might have seen something different down there.
And some words given there by head coach Maddie Farnbach for the Strongsville Mustangs. A very, very good start to her tenure as the head coach in year number 4. You put this on an NBA team, and she's coach of the year, 62-15.
Yeah, that's absolutely absurd to start a career.
And on the opposite end, you have a great coach in Andrew Booth at Wadsworth, 403 and 113. Overall in his career, 501 and 171. And he is in year number 21 at Wadsworth. And outside of our cameraman, a Wadsworth alum in Matt, we're younger than his tenure at Wadsworth.
That is ridiculous to think.
Just had to put that into perspective.
Yeah, that is a long time and a lot of winning.
And a lot of winning indeed for a really, really good program. Butera, top of the arc, another step back 3. Can't get that one to go. And it's a nice rebound inside for Natalie Maddox. The Maddox girls are going to be key figures tonight for Wadsworth. If this early game momentum is any indicator, another basket for Natalie in transition.
Yeah, tried to pull the chair defensively, let her take her momentum forward, just didn't work that time.
Bucantis down below, excellent court vision by Butera. And that'll make it once again a one-possession game. Chloe Bucantis doing a great job early on in her Mustang career. Maybe not exactly like a Sydney Butera as a freshman 2 seasons ago, but a nice replica. In transition, it's another basket, this one outside the arc for the Grizzlies. It's off the bench, Leah Blake. Had 2 points all of Monday night against McKinley. Already with 3 in this one. And it's the Grizzlies up by 5. Bucantis down low, bounce pass Bryan. Out wide Krennic. And Strongsville will try again on the perimeter. 4:15 left to go in the first quarter. Wadsworth up 10-5. Top for Bryan. Had Butera, takes it herself instead. It's Bryan, the senior. No good, and I believe it last touches Butera. That is the call.
That's a tough call to make for a ref. Unfortunate for Strongsville. I thought they had an opportunity with Wadsworth being out of position most of that defensive possession.
Now, from our vantage point, do you agree with that decision?
For the call?
Yes.
I tend to disagree there just because of the size that Wadsworth had going above Butera, but I'm sure they saw something down there.
I did see a late hand on that basketball trying to keep it alive, so I do absolutely love that call from these officials. Another good chance for Wadsworth, not going to fall. That is Mara Miner, 6 points against McKinley. Can't get that one to go. Yet again, it's great court vision by Butera, this time picking up Maddie Cleansing. And back to a one-possession game we go. Now 10-7, and Butera, the steal, the strip, the everything. It's Strongsville Mustang basketball. Nicely done by potentially the new queen of the Ville. And this could be why. Not quite off the front iron. Another good look. Now I believe 1 for 3 from outside the arc today. She is very three-point oriented in her approach. Corner three, no good for Wadsworth. And this one rolls out of bounds and back to the Mustangs.
Yeah, I think that gives a nice breather for Sydney Butera, who's trying to do a lot offensively.
And here comes a change for the Lady Mustangs. It is Mraz coming into the game. And on top of that, we are going to see Parker Zwick in for the first time tonight. Last time we saw Strongsville, our player of the game, I believe, with 15 points against Holy Name. And that was at the Cleveland Basketball Classic over at Baldwin Wallace. A great performance from her in that game. Krennic, far side, gets it to go. A nice little midi there for the Mustangs, back within 1.
I was just about to say, just shoot it. She had the opportunity to take the jump shot and she tried to dribble into it. As we get
A
a shot
long
here.
three here for Wadsworth, not getting that one to go. That was Lucy, the sophomore, and Zwick picks it up. A nice bit of defense by the stifling Strongsville Mustangs. And anything from the field here, all of a sudden they are back in the lead, down by 1, yet to lead today. Zwick down below, off the window and in. She is such a big playmaker off the bench for the Mustangs.
Yeah, able to get buckets at will down in the paint. She really does change this offense.
And in talking to her after that Nordonia game, she said in the big little program between the middle school and the high school last season, her big was, well, the number 5, the big for Strongsville, and Esther Diozegi at the time. That three good from straight away for Lucy.
Yeah, definitely need to close out there, at least get a hand up in her face. Way too much space for that three-point ball. Oh, my gosh, no one's on her.
17th three of the season for Lucy, and on the opposite end, it is banked in by Krennic. A high-paced game right now. We are tied at 13. On the opposite end, no good, and out of bounds it goes. But going back to Annalise Lucy, entering play tonight, a team-high 16 threes on the year, now 17. She came off the bench in that second half. 9 points outside the arc on 3 threes, plus a basket inside. 11 points in the win over McKinley. So you look at those two. Lucy, a sophomore, Zwick, a freshman. 2 underclassmen takeover players for their respective squads.
Yeah, and that's what you need if you want to have a winning program. You have to have the underclassmen that really take over.
And on top of that, a head coach who knows the game well. Timeout called by Coach Booth down below. He knew that one was destined for a jump ball or a travel. This one getting good in the first. 1:50 on the clock in Q1. All tied at 13 in the Ville. Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Back from our first time out of the game, and once again, Bryce, what a great timeout call by Coach Booth, understanding the circumstance from his team's side.
Yeah, really, really good job as there's some mix-up on who had the ball. Obviously, it's Wadsworth understanding he took that timeout to avoid the jump ball or the turnover.
And once again, 500 wins in his career now, 501 overall. He's seen a thing or two in basketball. I think he would be the guy to judge when to use a timeout or not. Quite efficiently. Maddox to the wing, Decker driving inside. Wadsworth trying to move on the perimeter. Once again, a long three from Lucy. It's out of bounds and back to Strongsville. And for really the first time today, you can feel the Mustang controlling the atmosphere.
Yeah, I think they're definitely getting into rhythm here, and you're starting to get the crowd behind them a little bit more as Sydney Butera is trying to get this game back in hand.
I mean, Sydney Butera as a player all the way around, one of the best that Strongsville has ever seen. And you can tell just by her composure, she knows how to dominate in other ways than shooting. Just like that distribution to the wing. No good on the attempt. Zwick, same thing. But Krennic able to pick up the pieces for another chance. Cleansing in the wing, had a shot, instead takes it back inside for Zwick, and Zwick knocks it down.
She's just so good in the paint with being able to stay finesse as we get a fast break here.
Wadsworth trying to answer in a double team, no good, but the wide open look will fall. That time around it is Mara Minor.
Yeah, really good job pushing the pace.
And just like that, we're tied at 15. Here comes Butera. No look pass to Krennic yet again. A great pass from Butera, but no points on the end of it quite yet. Now there is. Once again inside, it's Parker Zwick.
Yeah, really good feed and then really good spin move to get herself into the paint. Just couldn't finish.
And Moser in the lane. It's going to be a jump ball, and it favors Strongsville. So for the first time in this back and forth run, Strongsville gets a stop and a chance to take a 2-possession lead. But I will say this once again, for those who have watched this Strongsville team in years past, you cannot look at Parker Zwick and not say, man, she reminds me of Esther. They play the game the same exact way. Maybe, just maybe, Parker shot a little bit better.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I think she does have a better jumper, but she's so talented.
And yet again, finishes down low. A quick 8 points for Parker Zwick out of nowhere. And all of a sudden, the Mustangs are up by 4, and it is back-to-back jump balls. The Mustangs are getting aggressive and hungry for that loose basketball.
Yeah, and I think Wadsworth needs to slow down a little bit. They're dribbling themselves into double and triple teams. Let your offense create itself naturally.
And if Wadsworth can get a good look here before the end of the first quarter, that would do them wonders during this break. And a good finish down low gets the job done. It's Natalie Maddox. She now has 6. Only behind the game-high 8 from Parker Zwick. Only 3 points so far for Butera. A chance at the buzzer for some late points, and she is unable to draw the foul. And that'll do it for the opening 8 minutes at Strongsville. Through 1, it is the Stangs up 19-17 on Wadsworth.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits.
Welcome back to Strongsville High School. 8 minutes in the books in this exciting matchup between the Mustangs and the Grizzlies. 19-17 Strongsville on top as you are watching the OHSAA presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Yet again, he is Bryce Fisher. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. Bryce, a great game so far. Not too much from Sydney Butera, who only has 3, but Parker Zwick telling the story with a game-high 8 points for the Mustangs. But Bugantis out of the break, launches a 3, no good. It's Wadsworth basketball, but going back to Parker Zwick, what a first quarter.
Yeah, she had a phenomenal first quarter, getting anything at will in the paint. They really didn't have any answer for her down low.
And they have to find an answer in the second quarter, otherwise this one could get out of hand in favor of Strongsville. But if they stick to that three-point ideology, that could really bite them in the end. Wadsworth trying to draw contact down below, can't get it once again. The refs really letting them play tonight, but the midi is good for Leah Blake. She now has 5, and we are tied at 19. But I think you agree, Bryce, they're really letting them play, and it has created some great plays so far. That one, though, out of bounds, not quite. Zwick keeps it alive, but maybe not the right choice. It's a fast break for Wadsworth, and blocked by Butera and by Cleansing. Back-to-back blocks, still nothing called. Cleansing the rebound, going to the ground, and I believe they're going to call it travel. Yes, they do. It's Wadsworth basketball.
Listen, I myself am an official, so I understand it is a difficult job, but some of these calls tonight are rough. There was obviously a charge in the paint there, and there was a foul in the second shot attempt. I'm not exactly sure what is going on.
So much physicality down below by both teams. We're tied up at 19. And I think a tie game really does describe the nature of this matchup. Far side 3 for Wadsworth, can't get it to go. Loose ball inside, tipped down to the paint, and it's Parker Zwick with the block. Yet another great defensive stop, but still with Wadsworth. Strongsville, they need to find a steal or a rebound of some kind. That three, no good. Zwick tips it down again. Yet again, no good. Zwick bobbling it around, and finally, I think it's Strongsville basketball. But we're going to see here. The initial point is it's white ball based on what they said, but yet again, for that sequence, no rebounds could be purchased.
Oh, yeah, there was a substitution for it looks like a bloody nose.
I mean, honestly, given the physicality there, are you surprised?
No, not at all, but I think there's going to be some questions on, oh, there's blood on the court. That's why we have a stoppage.
Well, yep. With that in mind, we will step aside for the blood cleaning.
Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
As we come back from the timeout, you can kind of see him on your screen right behind that standing fan. It is the #1 fan of the Strongsville Mustangs, Freddie, in attendance tonight. Bryce, I know I've told you the story, but he's been going to games for so long now. My mom is an alum here at Strongsville, class of '94. He was going to games all the way back then.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. We never had anything like that at Glen Oak. It's honestly impressive that he has been able to make it out to these games for so long, so consistently.
And I'll tell you what, I never went to Strongsville City Schools. I went to SJJ, which was in Strongsville, Holy Name, and obviously Mount Union. Never saw anything like it. But then again, I knew who Freddie was even before I started covering Strongsville. That's how much of an icon he is here in the city. But 19-19 your score, 6:29 left to go in the first half. There was blood on the court moments ago, and we saw down below, that was number 33, I believe, Stacy Mraz. She had a towel up against her nose to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of gauze. They had already gone through quite a bit. It's bad when you have to go through multiple gauze packs as a AT. And you got Coach down there. She's saying, listen, when is enough? Like, my girl just got a shoulder to the nose and is bleeding all over the court, and there wasn't a foul called other than a travel. What are we talking about right now?
And, they found another spot outside the paint.
They found a couple down over by us in the corner. They found a couple down low. Like, this is the 5th time he's on his knees now, so they found quite a few spots.
I think let's take a break from that and talk about the game itself, because we've seen a lot of great basketball so far. Yet again, Parker Zwick, no answer down below for Wadsworth. Even putting up a freshman, I believe, a senior Stoops down below, number 23. They couldn't really get that advantage, even though Stoops on the roster listed at 5'8". How do you shut down Parker Zwick? Because she is just doing whatever she wants in either paint.
I think you have to not let the ball get to her initially. Push her off her line. Don't let her get comfortable in the paint. And then once the ball does get to her, you have to bring in somebody to pressure off of the zone. So I would say switch to zone is where I'm going with that after.
And as for Wadsworth, Natalie Maddox, a sophomore, she has 6 points. Blake has 5. 2 players who had, according to the stat book that I saw, 2 combined points against McKinley. What does that say about the depth of this team? But how do you get other players like Decker, who has 1 point, and Julia Maddox, who has 0 points, involved when they had a combined, if I do my math correctly here, 26 points against McKinley?
I think you just trust your schemes as is. I don't think you make any major changes. You know your team's good enough to get out in transition and let them continue getting out in transition.
Well, here we are back to the action, and on the bench, a couple of Mustangs checking on their teammates in transition. Bugantis booting that one Back to the Grizzlies it goes. High pass out of bounds. And Ben Nichols showing off his skills down below. Not just a photographer, but also a great retriever?
Catcher of balls or something along those lines.
But I'll tell you what, if you saw our social media post today with the game day teaser, both player photos come from Ben Nichols. He does such a great job. So shout out to Ben, Wayne County Sports. Everything he touches turns to gold. I'll tell you what, he is so talented, and we're grateful to be able to use his photos. Far side 2 if it goes, not quite. And yet another rebound here for Moser and the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
But 19 all the score. Honors even.
Yeah, I think Wadsworth switched to a zone there like I expected them to. I think they had an easier time dealing with that pick and roll that Strongsville was trying to set up.
That three no good, coming from Moser again, who had 9 against McKinley. 5:39 left to go in the first half, still 19 all. A lot of extra defense in the second quarter so far. The shot's not falling yet. Zwick yet another block, this time out of bounds, and we will see where it goes. This time it favors Wadsworth, but Parker Zwick yet again doing whatever she wants down low.
Yeah, she's able to control the paint so easily as we see Parker Zwick actually come out of this game. I think she is going to play a huge role in Strongsville's ability to win this game and also go far in the playoffs this year.
If you're Wadsworth, you have to attack down low if you're going to do it tonight with her out of the game for now. Instead, a good look outside the arc. It is Lucy, and it will hang high, but no good. Butera the rebound. I believe the shortest player on the roster in for the tallest player, and she gets the rebound, and a transition 3 on top of it. Height does not matter to Sydney Butera. She now has 6. A great performance for her so far, and Strongsville is getting energized yet again. A 3 to match for Wadsworth. It's a little shy. Rebound down low for Maddox. And Wadsworth will try it again with Natalie on the far side. Same result, but a rebound for Minor. One more chance. Mid-range, Natalie Maddox. Same thing, but gets her own miss for the 4th chance, and the 4th chance is good.
As much as I love Sydney Butera, she just watched her girl, run around after every single shot.
I mean, that's tough. And yet again, Natalie Maddox now a tied game high of 8 points. It's 2 players with not as big of roles as you would imagine, making big impact plays tonight. And here's another steal for Maddox. Over Butera, gets the jump and draws the contact. Sydney Butera sent flying over Natalie Maddox, and in the shooting motion as well. That'll be free throws for Wadsworth. And these will be the 3rd and 4th free throws of the first half.
Yeah, I just want to go back to that last Wadsworth possession, though. If you are Strongsville, you cannot let them get that many offensive rebounds. And it was the shooter each time. You can't let the shooter get the rebound. You have to know on the shot who is going to get the shooter.
And I stand corrected. They will say not on the shot. I like that call better. But initially, it looked like they were going to say on the shot. Instead, they go back. They get the call right. I like that decision from this crew. Butera poking that one out of bounds. Wadsworth, another inbound now on the far side.
Yeah, really good job from Butera there, understanding where the ball is in relation to her player's body. Easy little poke out, and now they reset the offense.
You look at the schedules, you look at the rosters, you look at the records. Everything looks even except for that one loss for Strongsville. But on the floor tonight, both teams playing an evenly matched contest, but yet another small mistake for Wadsworth. Right now, it's the small things that are killing the Grizzlies. In the first quarter, it was Strongsville who got burned by it, but as of late, it's the Grizz.
Yeah, it's both of them are making silly mistakes, and it's all just coming down to effort.
And it goes right back to Wadsworth. Speaking of it, it is going to be Tetzel in transition, getting it up the floor. The freshman, 2 points against McKinley, looking to get a bigger spot on this varsity roster and in this varsity rotation. Julia Maddox, near side, gets that one to fall. It's a corner 3 for Maddox and the Grizzlies. Back up by 2. Timeout called.
Man, if you're Strongsville, you have to find some second wind here. You have to be able to get into control. You can't let this Wadsworth team keep running in transition and doing whatever they like in transition. Strongsville's defense has to get back and make Wadsworth play slower. When Wadsworth plays slower, Strongsville has a great chance to stay in control. When Strongsville lets Wadsworth push the pace and control the rhythm, they have no chance.
And you saw it there on the replay. Wadsworth did an excellent job drawing everybody inside. That wide open look I mean, Wadsworth is not a team that necessarily is known for shooting threes, especially in comparison to Strongsville, but they still can shoot that money ball. Strongsville is trying to play that down low game, and it burns them right there. But how do you play balanced in that instance? Because you cannot allow those opportunities outside. But at the same time, if you make both shots inside on 2 possessions, only 1-3, you get more points inside, obviously.
Yeah, well, it starts with getting out in transition. If instead of having 3 girls back, you get 4, you have 1 guard the perimeter, and then those other 3 that crash stay crashing. You need 4 people to get back at all times. That's one of the keys, having 4 people back. If you have 1 person at half court and 4 within the perimeter, you're able to control the pace. No one got back, or 3 people got back instead of 4, and you lose the possession.
And here come the Mustangs, down by 2. Buteras 3. It is blocked cleanly by Wadsworth. And here they come, flying coast to coast. Julia Maddox down low inside. Drecker drives and makes it. Wadsworth starting to take control, now up by 4. Butera needs an answer. This offense needs an answer and gets it. A beautiful floater off the backboard for Sydney Butera, who now has 8. But here comes Wadsworth yet again, wasting no time. But it's Butera with the steal, and she will take her time, taking it up the floor. Thought about that 3, but instead decides to set up this offense, which is the right call.
I agree. She did have a lot of gravity there, though. I think she could have kicked it to the corner. There she is.
Wow, you saw the vision. And the 3 for Maddie Cleansing. Cleansing now with 5.
When you have the ability to score that Sydney Butera does, you pull players, you have gravity. Use it.
Inside, another look for Decker. No good. Trying to fight for her own rebound. It's a loose ball inside, but Strongsville on the opposite end of it. Up to Maddie Cleansing, who now has 7. Like brother, like sister, playing like a prime Cal Cleansing did a few years ago for the Stangs on the men's team. Far side 3 for Wadsworth, no good from Decker, but a rebound picked up by Julia Maddox, and that time it will be on the shot. So here come free throws 3 and 4 of the night.
Yeah, I agree. I think she was going up for the layup. I am kind of shocked, though, that they called that one in comparison to some other ones that we've seen. I feel like that was one of the lighter fouls we've seen tonight.
So 2 chances here for Julia Maddox at the line. First of which, beautiful arc and a beautiful swish. She now has 4.
She has a lot of arc on that ball.
And I like it. That's what they teach. High arc right into the cookie jar. And your hand goes there too, or something like that.
I have not heard that since 3rd grade gym class.
I played basketball last in 2nd grade.
That's not true. You played a couple months ago.
That doesn't count. Don't try to make that count. That one's good. But I'll tell you what, back when I did play basketball, going back to cleansing, both Cal and Madeline's dad was a basketball coach and still a great basketball mind. I went to his Head Start camps all the time. Most of what I learned about basketball came from him.
I feel like you could have been a Parker's Wick.
I could have been a Glenn Davis.
Yeah, something like that. Maybe more Parker's Wick, but yeah.
I like it. I take the compliment. That 3 no good for Butera, and the loose ball falls to the Grizzlies, down by 1. But with plenty of time left to go tonight, not too much to read into in this first half. A great game so far. Both offenses on point. It's 29-28, and this matchup is just getting started. Both teams desiring this win. Wadsworth with a win, a 10-0 start. Strongsville with a dub. Redemption for Monday night. In the lane, it's Decker, and Decker makes it. She now has 5 points on the night, and Wadsworth is back up by 1. But Butera able to draw the transition foul. Only foul number 2 on the night in the 2nd quarter on the Grizz.
Yeah, definitely a foul there. That's what happens when you let the other team get so far out ahead in transition and you try to play catch-up. You get caught in the positions where you're not in a strong defensive position and not able to do what you need to do and get the stop. You're trying to play catch-up there, go for the ball behind, and you end up smacking an arm.
Butera on the inbound, gets it back to herself and finishes. Sydney Butera now with 10, 24 points away from 1K in her career, and it is back to a 1-point Mustang lead. Less than 90 seconds to go in this first half, and Butera is now the game's leading scorer, the only player in double figures so far. Decker to the wing, it's Lucy. Driving in on Parker's Wick, now going back top, that is the right play. But Wadsworth yet again working the perimeter quite nice. It's either the perimeter or down low, and then you flip when you go for the shots. That's usually what happens here for Wadsworth, and it's exactly what happens here. They go inside after working the perimeter, and they draw the foul. I mean, the game plan is so clear.
Yeah,
but it works.
Yeah, it's really simple. It's one dribble, kick out to the left or right, swing it. One dribble, wait for that cutter to get down below, cut in from above, from the top of the key, hit the cutter in stride, and then go up for the layup.
So 2 chances here at the line for Decker. First of which is good. And I think that shot, the way they take it, that is just how they teach it at Wadsworth. It looks identical.
Yeah, they all have very similar shooting forms. Nothing wrong with it.
Not at all. You want to be uniform, that's how you do it. Both are good from Decker. 3 for 4 from the line today. And she has a total of 7 points. The Grizzlies up by 1, 32-31, a high-scoring affair so far. Zwick down below to Krennic. Can't get that one to go, but Zwick trying to clean up the pieces, misses her shot after getting the rebound. And back to Wadsworth it goes. 40 seconds on the clock. It's Lucy, and one in transition. And a big exclamation point play for the Grizzlies. That's how you do it in transition. You draw the foul. You make the basket. A chance for a three-point play. You're a sophomore trying to make an impact. Take notes.
Yeah, 100%. I want to see here how many people sprint out in transition. 2. 2 girls for Strongsville sprint out in transition. You got 2 walking and 1 with a mild jog that you would see from a mom on Saturday night.
The second one is, or the first one of 1 is good. So it's a three-point play. 35-31, it's a 4-point lead. Butera draws the contact, no foul. It's out of bounds and back to Wadsworth. Wait, holds on now. We do have a late whistle on the near side. We'll see what they say. And now it goes to Strongsville. What do they see on the redo?
Probably contact to the ball if I had to guess. I'm assuming he's saying that it was blocked.
That definitely could be the call. A big one, though, in favor of the Mustangs, and they needed it here. Inbound to the top at that point, almost let it go. They're not going to that time. It's Wick running the offense. I would have liked to see that one go into the backcourt next time. To the wing, a good open look here for the Mustangs. Airballed out of bounds, and it will go the other way. So in the end, it does go back to Wadsworth. And if that is going to be a player called up from JV because we have no number 5, that was Judell. But no confirmation on that yet. But 35-31 your score, right on the cusp of halftime. 2 very, very strong offenses so far. Final 7 seconds of this half. Lucy in the corner, driving inside, hooks it up, no good, but they will call it a pass. It is put away by Minor, and that'll do it for the opening 16 minutes. Strongsville controlled the second quarter until they didn't. Wadsworth up by 6 at the break. Excellent recovery by the Wadsworth Grizzlies, and once again, we talked about it pregame. The first half isn't their half, yet they scored 37 points on one of the best defenses in the OHSAA. Strongsville, who allows, checking my notes, 40 points a game.
Yeah, I think that was a phenomenal half from Wadsworth Grizzlies. They're showing why they've been undefeated so far this season. I think if you're Strongsville, you have to go in there, look yourself in the mirror and go, all right, how much do we care about winning? Do we hate losing or do we love winning? You have to hate losing. It has to boil your blood, and that blood has to be pumping. They got to get going. Their energy is so low and lackadaisical. They have no care in the world on defense right now. They have to sprint to their spots, stay in control, and not let Wadsworth run the show.
What a first half, though, here in Strongsville. At the break, Wadsworth 37, Strongsville 31. We are glad that you are with us here on this Saturday after Christmas as you are watching the OHSAA on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Before we get back to the action, if you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in the Cleveland or Stark County area, information is on your screen on how you can advertise and sponsor with us as we look to cover the best of those teams in those areas. If you're a Strongsville business owner, now is the time to get with us. We are planning to do a lot of great games here at Strongsville. As I've said, I grew up in Strongsville. It's right down the road from me. Would love to be in the building as much as possible. Part of that has to come from sponsors outside of course, the ones we have right now. So we need more sponsors, especially in this area. If interested, give us a holler on one of those contact areas, and we will get back to you. Thank you to all of our advertisers for making today's broadcast possible as well. And thank you to Athletic Director Jason Kepler for hosting us as well this evening for an exciting matchup that, Bryce, you look at that halftime score, it has lived up to the hype. 37-31, Wadsworth on top of Strongsville.
Yeah, so far it's been a really good game, a lot of offense. Wadsworth came out really late. They didn't even get to take any warm-up shots. Curious to see how that affects them going into their offensive possessions this quarter and this half.
And as we alluded to earlier on, you have two teams that are really by definition second-half teams. Is this a battle of the wills?
I think it's a matter of effort. Who's going to give the most effort? If you can sprint in transition, sprint to your spot, you're going to win. If you are lazy, lackadaisical, and don't care about doing your job and trying to take on the role of other people, they're going to lose. Whoever that may be, whichever team it may be.
Is there a magic number in this game? Because once again, going back to the defenses, Strongsville allows 40 a game, Wadsworth 34. Those numbers are going to be shattered, and they nearly were in the first half. What's your magic number that if this team scores this many points, they win?
I think it's really too close to give a specific. I'd go maybe 61.
A lot lower than mine. I was going to go with 75. I think this could turn into an absolute slugfest down the stretch, and it easily could, but we'll see how the shooting is early on in the second half. But it's an early miscue for Wadsworth, thrown out of bounds by Maddox, and Strongsville will get the basketball back. A big forced turnover to begin the second half. And going back to that game against McKinley, albeit the game was done, Wadsworth committed, I believe, 11 turnovers in the fourth quarter out of their 25 in that win. And in transition, a foul is called, Butera driving that time. And I think that could be a sign of things to come in the foul department, which we barely had any word from in that first half.
Yeah, we saw very few fouls in that first half. I would expect more fouls as the team gets tired and a lot of transition action happens. You get lazy with the hands.
First of two is good for Butera. And as we were doing the math at halftime, she is 24 points away from 1,000. So basically, if she averages 12 points a quarter from here on out, she gets it tonight.
That's not an easy thing to do, though.
But then again, we say it like it's realistic for her because she has held to that high of a standard here at Strongsville, and she has been so good for them all year and through her entire career. Excellent defense down low, not enough from Emmy Bryan, and the basket is good.
Yeah, there's definitely a couple offensive violations there. Travel, possibly a little bit of a push with the arm extending. She got away with one there.
High pass to the corner. Krennic driving inside for the Mustangs, down by 6. Cleansing, hook pass. Bugantis in the corner. Can't knock it down. Loose ball in the paint. It's off of Wadsworth, in my opinion at least. And the refs agree. I just saw that last hit off of, I believe, an ankle, a right ankle of a Grizzly. And that was enough to convince me.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
Butera to inbound here for the Mustangs. Once again, down by 6, but intercepted. It is Decker, and wide open in transition. She banks it in.
She's got so much length. She's going to be so good defensively at the next level.
Easily can be, as you mentioned, next year at that next level. Butera's 3, can't knock it down. And yet another easy rebound for Julia Maddox and the Grizzlies. And they are off to the races in this second half. Moser to the wing. It's Decker. Can't get that one to go, but Maddox the rebound. Another second chance opportunity for these Grizzlies. Going down low. It's Decker who missed her first. Misses the second, but goes through the line now for a pair.
Yeah, really good job getting into that paint, forcing Strongsville to put pressure on you. You get their arm going up as you pump fake, go through that contact, draw the foul shots, get to the charity stripe.
And if both of these are good, it's a 10-point game. First of 2 is good. And we go back to that shooting motion on the free throws, Bryce. It's all the same, all uniform.
Yeah, very, very similar for all of them. I think maybe 1 or 2 players have different jump shots with their lead or their guide hand, the left hand, going through. But very high arcing, a lot of revolutions on the basketball. It works, so I'm not going to question it.
Decker now 4 for 5 at the line all the way around today. She has 10. And it will stay that way now. 4 of 6, but a rebound down below. The putback not going to fall. Loose inside. Decker the rebound. And the possession is yet to be over. So far, 1 point on it. To the corner. Nice fling to Blake. Now top. Wadsworth spacing nicely outside. And that indicates a pass or something in down low, as that is what they like to do. And there it is. It's Decker. Can't complete the 3-point play, and Cleansing finally kills the possession, and Krennic gets it up to Butera. Now a no-look pass down low. It's Cleansing, but denied. Natalie Maddox, a nice transition block.
They got to use their left hand.
Decker's 3, nearly uncontested, a little shy, and Butera brings in the rebound. 42-33 Wadsworth on top in the third. It's not necessarily a 3-point time, but Butera, she loves herself a money ball. Instead, drives inside, in contact, no good. But Bryan the rebound, out to Cleansing, and Cleansing knocks it down. Maddie Cleansing now with 10. She has really stepped up in a big way tonight for the Mustangs. And she needs to continue that here. Good hard contact inside, but no matter for Tetzel. A nice job by Lindy Gray Tetzel off the bench. Her first basket of the night. And as we mentioned her earlier on today, as a freshman, this is where you prove it to your head coach, an experienced head coach, why you should get time on varsity in your first year of high school.
Yeah, this is when you say, hey, listen, I'm a great player. You need to put me in. Definitely got away with the foul there, by the way.
Wadsworth doing a nice job shutting down Butera. It's Moser, coast to coast, and the 2. Drops it right in there. It's a 10-point lead for Wadsworth. Timeout, Strongsville. And I believe for the first time today, Wadsworth is up by double digits.
Yeah, I believe that is the first time. Hey, you shut down Sydney Butera, and you basically shut down Strongsville today, it seems.
I mean, we watch it back on the replay, coast to coast, and a great finish. All smiles here for the Grizzlies. Up by 10, 4:47 on the clock in Q3.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013.
.447 on the clock in the third, and man, oh man, if you have never seen the Wadsworth Grizzlies girls basketball team play before tonight, like in my case, you must be really impressed, as I am here. Up by 10 on Strongsville in their house. Bryce, what's their recipe for success?
Transition offense for Wadsworth has been their moneymaker. They're pushing the pace so well, and if you don't have a team that's willing to match that energy and effort to get out in transition, they're going to clean sweep in the playoffs.
Butera driving down below in a triple team, no good. And yet another rebound falls to Maddox and the Grizzlies. And it is going to be a sideline warning on Coach Farnbach down below. And I think the first thing I heard from Coach Booth was good. I mean, I heard that comment loud and clear. I mean, he's a gamesman.
Yeah, he understands it.
He knows how big this game is for his team. I mean, outside of that Hudson game, which was redemption for last year, and your opening game against Walsh, this is the biggest game on your early schedule by a long shot. And then Padua up next, another big one. He knows how important this stretch is for his team. And if they stay undefeated in it, the sky's the limit for them come March. It really is. And they could walk out of Dayton with a title. Easy. Corner three, a little shy. And Butera brings in the rebound for the Mustangs. They need some points, and they need it now. The Euro step and the finish off the glass.
I'll say this Wadsworth team is reminding me of the team from the Coach Carter movie. Just so much more well-conditioned, and they have so much energy that they play with. You're not going to find another team that's going to be able to match their energy through this game.
And that has to start with these players as they draw the foul. I've seen nothing negative in morale, mentality, any of that tonight from this Wadsworth team. They're all bought in.
Yeah,
and you can tell.
They pick each other up. They don't take each other down. If one makes a mistake, the other one is ready to get her back. It's such a family mentality, and we have to pull the rope together.
We don't necessarily do our Team of the Year or Coach of the Year awards as usually people do kind of internally. We do it by a fan vote. But right now, from what I've seen, Wadsworth could easily, in the girls basketball category, get some clean sweeps.
Yeah,
that one also good for Blake.
Just wait till you see Diamond Boy's 15-year showcase.
This is basketball, Bryce, not Summer League baseball. Two different arenas, my friend. Two different arenas. Butera, the Euro down below, and the end one basket. It will count.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of basketball, I don't think there's been another coach that's impressed me so much with his schemes and his systems, and understanding when to switch his defenses, when to push the pace, and when to slow the pace.
We'll see one against Minerva in a few weeks. It's Walter Shields and West Branch. The end one is good for Butera. 3 for 3 from the line in this half. She now has 7 in the third.
She's at 17, halfway to that money ball of 34 that gets her the scoring of 1,000.
And as we said pregame, as they draw the travel, and Butera is loving it. I said it, you said it. Butera has to make 1,000 tonight for Strongsville to win. And I still believe that.
I think so without R.J. Jordan, yes.
And that's a big loss right now for them. I mean, you could really use a player just like that.
Yeah, somebody to spread the floor,
draw eyes, draw
Yes.
bodies.
Yes.
But still, Strongsville is making do and then some. Thought about the long three, not going to take it. Shovel pass down below, and it's right off of Zwick and right back to Wadsworth. It's a fast break chance for them, and they are not going to waste it. It's Julia Maddox in transition. And the Grizzlies are back up by 9 and are in the 50s. They have been excellent so far in this second half. It's Zwick, and immediately taken away by Julia Maddox. Right place, right time. 3-on-1, bounce pass, and it's no good. Zwick the rebound, making up for her mistake. Far side, Butera, her three, no good. And it is out of bounds off of Wadsworth.
Yeah, good job there from Sydney to slow her momentum down and not drag forward into the two-point territory. But still a little bit too much momentum, pushed it a little bit long. Love the shot, though.
Coach Booth down below not too happy with that decision. I think something happened down below that he wanted addressed or he wanted his players to do. Obviously no mics down there for obviously liability issues on our end. But I would like to hear what he said. But once again, in a kind of private, more non-broadcasted way, and that one's well out of bounds. A high pass out of play into the bleachers.
Yeah, that was quite the pass there. A little bit forced. No need to throw it all the way across the court. If you get cut off there, you can always punch it in between or behind the back and work your way backwards towards the line to create space.
But still a great matchup here on display. Two great teams. It's a 9-point game, but the Strongsville team plays their best basketball in the fourth quarter, and they know that. And a timeout called down below by Coach Booth, and we will do the same. 2:26 left to go in the third. Wadsworth up by 9.
Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier.
Well, welcome back to Strongsville High School. 2:26 left to go in the third. Wadsworth 50, Strongsville 41 your score as you are watching the OHSAA presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. He's Bryce Fisher. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening. What a great game right after Christmas. A last-second gift from the OHSAA and the scheduling committees. And this has been an exciting affair to watch so far. The midi for Decker will fall. Wadsworth back up by double digits, this time 11.
I don't even understand what happened on defense there.
Strongsville needing some answers on each end, but Butera, the player to lead them to it. A step back three, floating away, can't get it to go. Rebound down below, it's Cleansing in traffic off the bottom of the backboard. Bugantis frees it again. Cleansing a free chance, and it is going to be a travel on Bugantis.
Cleansing has to be able to utilize her left hand. She can't keep forcing it to try to go up to the right. She keeps getting caught on the bottom of the backboard. Go up with the left and trust it. Trust your left hand.
And once again, looking at her coaching, her dad, a great basketball mind. She can do it. And it's one of those things we saw with Emily Majoris early on in her Holy Name career. Just didn't want to try it. Wanted to stay comfortable. The best basketball players work outside of their comfort zone, and that's what makes them elite. The tools are there. And in a game like this is where you need to show it. Krennic that time steps out of bounds, but had no help to get rid of it. It goes right back to Wadsworth.
Yeah, that's always tough as a player when you get the loose ball and then you're stuck in the corner. You don't have any angles to see around. You need somebody to come to you, but if they come to you, then they have a chance to swipe the ball as you're passing it. It's always a tough possession.
And that's where if you're a defense transitioning into offense, okay, get my guards up the floor, keep one back here, get everybody else up, get an outlet. The outlet pass is so key in basketball. You have to have it. Maddox against Butera, 3 versus 3, and it goes out to Julia Maddox, and that will reset the situation. Wadsworth in no hurry to get things done here, and they don't need to be up by 11. Blake, top of the arc, Maddox. Krennic right there as well. Moser for the top 3. It is Minor. Can't knock it down. An easy rebound for Cleansing. And Butero will run the offense. That is how she likes to operate as the main ball handler of this team.
Her shoe is untied, her right shoe.
Has to be careful here before she gets a chance to tie it again. And that might not be before the end of the quarter, but it'll be a foul called here, and now she gets a chance, and she will take it.
Yeah,
Good catch.
Yeah, I saw it, and my immediate thought is if she was going to pull one of those step backs sliding out of the shoe. I've seen it before. We all saw the Zion Williams.
I was about to bring that up, yes.
Zion Williamson incident, which was obviously different as he just blew through the bottom of his shoe. But you never want to see that.
Safety is everything. Krennic creating space down low and gets the 2 to fall. One of the best finishes that we have seen all day. And it is back to a 9-point game. Cleansing's defense superb to begin this defensive possession. Maddox out wide, Decker to the top, Minor. Near side, Maddox driving on Butera, inside pivoting. Down low, Krennic tips it. It's out of bounds off of Wadsworth, and it goes back to the Mustangs. And just like that, Bryce, amid the gripes of the Grizzlies, you could hear a glimmer of hope from the Mustangs.
Yeah, you definitely got it there. I think that was a big swing. I don't know if that was the right call, but it goes in Strongsville's favor. They now have to capitalize on this.
Brian near side for Cleansing, who has been quietly good tonight with 10, but it is taken away. Excellent defense by Blake, and Wadsworth gets a final chance before the end of the third quarter, and they want to take their time here. Moser setting the table, 5 seconds, foul called. Only number 3 on the Mustangs. They have one more to give, and I don't think it's really going to matter.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to see that extra foul be given. I could see a timeout here to set up a last shot, but I don't think you'd want to waste it.
This is your quote-unquote timeout.
Yeah. You can't draw up a full play, but you're able to set a play in motion.
You call something and you operate it. High pass inside, it's Decker. Over Bugantes, can't get it to go. Good rebound inside by Brian. And it's a jump ball at the buzzer, and that'll do it for the third quarter. A nice job by Emmy Bryan, ending the sequence there with a big rebound. And now I think both sides are going to see if we address it here or not. It would favor Strongsville, but it appears the jump ball will not matter. Through 3 here in Strongsville, Wadsworth up 52-43 on the Stangs. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Koha Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring. As we begin the fourth quarter, we do have an adjustment to make from a prior statement. We said Lauren Decker would be a great basketball player at the next level. Well, Robert Morris agreed, but for volleyball.
Yeah, I'm sure she probably could play basketball at the next level. She's got the size, she's got the length. We've obviously seen that she's very explosive tonight. Thank you for whoever it was on Twitter letting us know that she's also a volleyball player, a star volleyball player at that.
Now, my bias wishes that it said Mount Union, not Robert Morris, but of course D1 versus D3. I understand completely.
Yeah, well, she's going to go join Natalie Stepanovich out there, who went to Glen Oak High School. So I'm glad she's going to Robert Morris. I know quite a few people over there.
You always know somebody somewhere. I mean, it all goes back to Bryce Fisher in the end, doesn't it?
Yeah, basically.
Fourth quarter underway. Strongsville down by 9, but they had the tools to make this comeback, and it has to start here. They had a pseudo comeback against Jackson on Monday night, but they need to complete this one now. Cleansing driving off the window, no good. It's too strong, and it's picked up by Natalie Maddox. Wadsworth just needs to slow down the tempo here, maybe get to 60, and this will be their night. and this would be a big 10th win of the season if they get it.
Yeah, that would be huge for them to start 10-0.
And a wide open look for three, a little shy, but the putback is there. It's Julia Maddox leading the cleanup crew. Whichever way you dice this game, it is going to bleed red, at least as things stand. Wadsworth has been so incredible tonight. Buteris three, in contact, drains it. And just like that, the Mustangs reel you right back in. Now 14 points away from 1K. A corner three to match will fall for Wadsworth. It is Mara Minor. Just like that, the momentum taken right back from the Mustangs to the Grizzlies.
Man, Sydney Butera has Steph Curry-esque whistle right now with absolutely no calls being given to her.
And I think that is just her being the victim of her own success right now. Truly a great player, number 2 in her class. And you can see why. From the logo, can't knock it down, nearly had it. And the rebound falls to Wadsworth. It's Decker. Using that size that she uses in volleyball. This time able to use both hands to bring it in. And the finish on the opposite end, not going to be there. Loose ball out of bounds off of Decker. I like the idea from Butera, but I want to see some balls played in down below. Some backdoor cuts inside the Zwick. Cleansing, driving. I need to see some physicality inside. Do the dirty work down below and get Wadsworth in some foul trouble, which you really haven't been able to do tonight.
Yeah, I would have liked the shot if she was coming down one-on-one. When you have somebody bracketing you, coming up, and trying to double team you, you're going to have someone else opening up. Like, you have 2 people on you at the top of the court. You have someone open.
Corner three blocked and kept alive. Excellent communication between Natalie Maddox and Blake. And here comes Wadsworth again, and it is flung out of bounds. Excellent hustle defense by the Mustangs. The hustle is there. You're seeing it down the stretch. They just need some shots to fall and some defense to lead to points. That's the big thing right now.
Yeah, and my only question is, where's this effort been the entire game? Now you get back in transition. If you would have done it 2 quarters ago, you would have the lead right now.
It's really tough to say. It really is right now. But this Strongsville team, I think they have the chops offensively and defensively to get back in it. If any team right now had to come back here, life or death situation, it's the Strongsville Mustangs team. And they want the world to know it right here. Wadsworth, they want this to be their night. Clear cut. Far side three, wide open, it's good. Annalise Lucy once again for the 18th time this season. She now has 9, and it is a big 14-point lead for the Grizzlies. They are now in the 60s. Bugantis at the logo, losing it. It's a loose ball. Blake gets a piece of it for Wadsworth, and I think it's going to be a timeout called, and yes, it is. And that's a big decision in favor of Strongsville, and they're going to talk things over, and the timeout is going to be the decision. Wadsworth not too happy, but for the final time in regulation, we will step aside. Wadsworth up good.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Welcome back to Strongsville High School. Still some deliberation during the break, but I think the ball does go to Strongsville. What are your thoughts there? As I think you explained it, you saw it between the legs, and there's really no outlet pass there.
Yeah, I don't think you could pass the ball when it's in between your legs. So I don't think she had possession. A player has to have clear and obvious possession for a timeout to be called.
Butera in a triple team draws the contact. And like I said moments ago, that's what I want to see from the Mustangs. More of that.
Yeah, I would still like to see. I don't need her to pass out of it because I know she has the ability to score. But when you have 3 people chasing you into the paint, there's got to be at least one person open.
First of 2 is good.
And they may miss the shot, but it sets you up for a really good chance to get open opportunities, especially 3-pointers when you're down by this much.
And the second, in and out, no good. And the rebound falls to Wadsworth. Butera splits the pair. A big rebound for the Grizz, up by 13. One of their biggest leads of the day. 14 moments ago, that was their biggest lead of the night. And it comes in the fourth quarter, a key frame for the Grizzlies. Driving inside, it's Maddox, creating space and finishing. Now a 15-point game, the biggest lead today, as we said moments ago, for Wadsworth. Butera, it's magic time for her and the Mustangs. Bucantis, far side, in and out, no good. And you can just feel from outside the arc a metaphorical rim being placed on by a lid. I mean, you can just really feel it right now.
Yeah, lid on the rim.
Lid on the rim. Butera, beautiful court vision, but tripped up in the middle, and out of bounds it goes. But I like the pass. I really do.
Yeah, I think she was not aiming for, obviously she wasn't aiming for 44's legs. I think she was trying to get that up court and just happened to hit the foot of her own teammate.
It's a tough one there for the Mustangs, but still they have time on their side. It's go time, though. They have to get some stops, and they have to get this offense going. And a lot of it falls on the shoulders of number 3, Sydney Butera. A step back three, good range, can't get it to go. Cleansing fights for the rebound and brings it in, and it's thrown out of bounds. Just couldn't bring it in completely. And Wadsworth, yet again, a massive stop. The defense right now is winning this game. The offense has done their job, but the defense is solidifying it.
Yeah, I think they're letting Sydney take the shots that aren't makeable. They're makeable, but not high percentage shots.
The minus shots. The plus shots, no. Minus, yes. And that'll be a foul called on Cleansing. Not happy with the decision. Kind of just a body slam in there, but Wadsworth draws the foul. Everything they do, Bryce, it seems like they just have a way of doing it that no team can respond to.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how effective Wadsworth has been this game. I thought there was a travel there that Coach Maddie Farnbach also wanted, but besides that, their effort has been relentless. I don't think we're going to see another team this year give this much effort no matter what point of the game it's in.
I mean, tomorrow night, if we're looking at basketball as a whole, we're going to see a Garfield-Glenville. I'll say that right now. We're going to see some heart.
You're going to see some heart, but I don't think you're going to see as much effort consistently from a team as you've seen tonight. This has been so much effort at all times.
I could concede that. Bugantis top, it's Cleansing inside. To Zwick, off the window, no good. It's too strong off the iron as well. And it's yet another possession kill for Wadsworth. A chance for the Dagger here. A three really does it. And they want it. They want it now. Blake outside once again. It's Lucy. Lucy, that is their main three-point shooter. And a team that really doesn't shoot the three ball all too much. Far side, it's Blake. Driving inside to make it a 19-point game. She can. Leah Blake has been excellent off the bench tonight for Wadsworth. Everywhere and anywhere, she gets it done. Another long three for Butera, and she knocked it down, not even hitting the iron.
10
now
away.
10 points away. And she might need all 10 for this comeback. Down by 16. Decker driving, blocked by Zwick. She gets it back. Hold on a minute. And here comes Butera. Another one. A little shy, but the rebound and the putback is not going to fall. A big one there. It's out of bounds off of Wadsworth, and Strongsville gets a gift. I thought she was tackled trying to go for it.
I don't know how she wasn't.
I mean, speaking of great tacklers, shout out Blake Miller. A great tackler, and as well Storm Miller here. I mean, talk about tackling. That's what you want to see. But Butera needs to be smart with her shot selection here. Another long three. She's got it! Now at 27, another one! Bang! Back to back for Butera! It's a 10-point game! Unreal for Sydney Butera! She now has 30, far away from 1K. Hold on a minute. And a steal, loose ball, but it's Wadsworth ball. Timeout called. But my goodness, Sydney Butera out of nowhere is dynamite.
Oh my.
Lightning in a bottle. I'm stunned. You talk about hustle. That's it from Butera. She's been saving up.
Somebody just got the AED out and shocked Strongsville back to life. That was ridiculous right there. And Sydney Butera with the heat check smokes it home. I think Strongsville now has a little bit of life. And you got to ride this high right now and continue finding a way to score. And if if Sydney could score in bunches like that, you let her.
I'm stunned. I didn't think that this would be the response from the Mustangs.
I didn't think Wadsworth would just throw it right back to her and say, try again.
I mean, now what's the defensive setup here for Strongsville? How do you get the ball back? Because now you're operating in threes. That changes the narrative.
100%. You don't want to push man, but you're probably going to have to stay in man. That way you could get pressure on ball. If you go zone, you're going to lack the on-ball pressure to force the turnover. You got to keep the pressure on here.
Is that the craziest sequence that we have seen all season?
That was ridiculous.
Wadsworth now. Some pressure with 2:20 left to go. They need some final shots to really solidify this win, but Strongsville hungry for some good defense. Maddox top, getting it over to Moser. Eventually you start to think about the fouling game. Strongsville 3 fouls to give. Moser, bounce pass top, it's Maddox now running out of time. 2 minutes on the clock, a clean lane. The finish is there. Nicely put away by Natalie Maddox. It has to be Butera. It always has to be right now. But can she do it? Maybe the queen of Strongsville. Her three, a little shy, and it's out of bounds. And where will it go? It's Wadsworth basketball.
Yeah, I think that's the right call there. If you're Sydney, I mean, you might as well take the heat check.
You have to. I mean, I don't hate the decision. Strongsville still has a shot in this game, but it has to start here once again. You have no more time to play around. Maddox down below Zwick, drawing the contact. A nice job. They're going to say it's on the shot from Maddox, and a chance to pretty much put this game to bed at the line. But Sydney Butera, a gutsy 30-point performance tonight. And a lot of it came in the second half.
Yeah, a majority of it was in the second half. I think she went into halftime with 10 points. So she has had an offensive explosion here. Oh, we missed the first one.
And if you're Wadsworth, a team that is usually good from the line, you have to be careful here. If Strongsville sees this, you have a method. You just need to start fouling quickly.
Yeah, and know who you're fouling.
This might be a very, very long finish. That one is good. But at this point, if you're Strongsville, you got to hit your threes, get fouls, take them to the line, and go from there. It's Butera driving off the window, a little shy, no good. And Wadsworth yet again gets the ball back in transition. Decker, nearly untouched, banks it in, and the Grizzlies are in the 70s. It has to be three-point chuck time. Step back three, Butera not getting it to go, off the front iron. And you can see her frustration. Wadsworth, once again, stunning the Mustangs. And they're not done with the points yet. They want a little bit more. A team that usually scores around 53 points a pop has scored 71 on a very, very strong defense. And now it's just time to pass it around the outside. Do you take a shot at all?
I don't think you take a shot.
Unless you need to. And right now, I don't think you do. Down low, it's Maddox. Out back wide. Once again, stick with us after this one is done as we will announce our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. And there is the foul on Cleansing. That'll be her fifth, and she is done. So Maddie Cleansing fouling out. Nobody else there. She had to. I don't hate it at all there, Bryce. You had to. You know the situation. You sacrifice yourself right there. It's a tough one. It really is for Strongsville. But that was a selfless move by Cleansing.
Yeah. You know you have to stop the clock and force a foul. So I understand why. I love that Coach Booth down here is still telling them to sprint to every spot.
I mean, this is how hustle works for Wadsworth. That's how they
Foul.
want to operate. You got a foul here, and it is going to be a foul now. 32.5 remaining on the clock. But we'll, of course, have some conversation during our final commercial break before we announce our player of the game. But Wadsworth, I mean, this is a great team. And as I said pregame, you see them in a state championship game come March, they won't be out of place, Bryce. Not at all.
No, I don't think they will at all. I think they'll definitely be fitting in quite well amongst the crowd.
And if you're Strongsville, things don't get easier after this game. You play Walsh on Monday, or rather Tuesday, and that'll be a foul on Butera. That is the fifth of the quarter. So that'll finally send Wadsworth to the line naturally.
Like, I'm baffled. I don't understand what Strongsville's trying to do right now. It felt like that they were just going to let them run the clock there, and then they try to commit the foul. You got to go get them.
So 2 chances here for Wadsworth as they want to add on to their lead. First of 2 being good. And it's Moser who now has 5, and here comes a bunch of changes. And I believe this is where some of your JV players come in and get some playing time as Wadsworth, as a community, is ready to celebrate 10-0 to start the season. A monumental start for the Lady Grizzlies.
Yeah, too bad Sarah isn't here to see it.
She requested the game, but decided that vacation or whatever that is was more important as Wadsworth makes both. In transition, Butero, the Euro, the finish, not going to follow, but gets the miss, tries to keep it alive, but not quite. It is going back to Wadsworth, and that should do it. Butero wanted the 1,000-point celebration here tonight, but she will have to wait till Tuesday against Walsh.
Yeah, and it'll be an easy one, I would imagine, needing 4 points on Tuesday against Walsh.
I mean, based on some of her 3-point shots, she might get that on one shot. 3 points and then the end one.
That would be awesome. That would be a really cool way to do it.
I mean, that would be the dream scenario.
Yeah.
Another pair at the line for Wadsworth, first of which no good. But to see this big of a win for Wadsworth, and we'll talk about it in pregame or postgame rather, and I'm sure all of tomorrow at Youth Elites, they put the OHSAA on watch tonight.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, if you didn't know who Wadsworth was as a team before this, take notes.
Yeah,
Second
you know
one is
now.
good. I mean, you're not going to miss this team again. You're not. They're ready to go. They want whoever. And this team, 10-0 to start the season. The sky is their limit.
Just pull it.
Butera thought about it, has some space, takes the 3, and knocks it down. Now 1 point away. She wanted the timeout, not going to get it. She now takes it into her own hands to try and get this one back, and there is the foul from Krennic. I think her teammates want her to get 1K at home.
Well, Coach Maddie Farnbach down there gave her a nice little nod as the inbound, so I think she's saying, if you want it, go get it. Which I'm not opposed.
It would be a buzzer beater here.
Yeah, it would be a buzzer beater. I'm not super on board with it.
And we'll see. First one, no good. If she gets it here, it's at home. And that is a special feeling. The second one, it is good. One final chance to set up Butera. If she wants it at home, it has to come here at the buzzer for 1K. Not going to get it. And Wadsworth will win it 75-59. The Grizzlies are 10-0 to start the season. What a performance by Wadsworth tonight in Strongsville. Bryce, I mean, this team is legit. And we knew that coming in.
Very, very good team all around. I think they were very good tonight. I think the effort was there at all times.
And as well beyond that, Sydney Butera needed 34 for 1K. She got 33, 999.
You called it pregame. I'll give it to you. You said it to Ben Nichols. Said, what if she finishes with 33 and then episode 5 of Road to 1,000 is just 1 point?
I think it's 4. I think this is episode 3. 1 was Brunswick, 2 was Jackson.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
I know ball. With that in mind, we will step aside for the final time, and when we return, we will announce our player of the game, presented by CrossFit Strongsville.
Experiencing pain of any kind? Call a timeout and stop by the Healthiest You Chiropractic Center. There, Dr. Max or Dr. Stephanie will provide a top-tier adjustment. Then you'll unwind in their therapy room. Visit their website at www.thychiro.com or call 440-238-3338 and book an appointment today. The Healthiest You Chiropractic Center, keeping Strongsville pain-free since 2013. Looking to get in shape and join a great community? Look no further than CrossFit Strongsville. We offer classes taught by our amazing staff of coaches. If going solo is more your speed, stop in for our open gym hours. Visit our website at CrossFitStrongsville.com to learn more and view our schedule. Visit our new location at 12608 Alameda Drive in Strongsville. Strongsville CrossFit, you're worth it. You deserve to be healthier and happier. Here at Ledgewood Barbershop, it's the little things that count. From the moment you walk in, we want you to feel at home in a great community. Our barbers know how to serve our customers and make them love their fresh cut. Visit us today at 17100 Royalton Road in Strongsville, just across the street from the mall. Or call us at 440-238-5105. We know that once you stop in, you'll keep coming back. Ledgewood Barbershop, your next haircut awaits. Life moves fast, and so do the unexpected moments. At the Kohut Insurance Agency, we've got you covered. Whether it's auto, home, renters, or something else, our goal is simple: to protect what matters most to you while saving you time and money. With personalized service and the power of many trusted carriers, we'll find the right coverage for you at the right price. Peace of mind shouldn't be complicated. Give us a call at 330-542-6400 or shoot us an email at david.kohut@twfg.com. Kohut Insurance Agency, our policy is caring.
At Seidel's Barbershop, our dedicated team of expert barbers is committed to delivering exceptional service without breaking the bank. With meticulous attention to detail, we strive to achieve the perfect haircut tailored to your preferences. Visit us today at 982 North Court Street in Medina or call us at 330-952-0777. Seidel's Barbershop, your premier destination for a top-notch grooming experience.
Welcome back to Strongsville High School. Your final score tonight, 75-59. Wadsworth takes down Strongsville. A great performance all the way around here for the Lady Grizzlies. Your player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville. It goes to the D1 volleyball commit in Lauren Decker. 16 points, a key figure today for the Grizzlies. Bryce, how exactly did she impact the game the way she did for the Grizzlies tonight in this big victory over the Mustangs?
Personally, I thought she was the defensive anchor holding down the fort, making sure that every single double team came her way. She was able to stop Strongsville from getting into the paint. Obviously, she had a couple easy buckets go against her when Zwick had her way in the paint. But other than that, the entire game, she was a defensive menace out there, stripping the ball, making tips whenever she needed to, getting a few blocks here and there, getting rebounds, and then offensively putting up 16 points. It's not an easy feat to do.
Not at all, especially against this Strongsville team. But going through the rest of the scorers tonight, Julia Maddox had 9, Natalie Maddox had 15, Leah Blake off the bench, a great game. She had 9. Decker, as we mentioned moments ago, had 16 points. Miner had 7. Moser had 7. Tetzel off the bench, she had 2. And Lucy had 9. 2 threes for her. And because we did the math, one more player involved there. That would be number 30, which we are going to assume based on the JV roster at Wadsworth. That is Marissa Rankin. She had 1. And once again, because we were 1 short initially, but figured it out, that does tally 75 as we did the math during our final commercial break. But looking at Strongsville, they now fall to 7-2 on the year. Back-to-back losses, and once again, it doesn't get easier. You have Walsh on Tuesday at Mid-Park.
Yeah, they're going to have very, very tough outing ahead of them. It's going to be really tough for them to get back on track. But I think with Coach Maddie Farnbach down there and Cindy Butera, and if they get RJ back, they'll have a really good chance to be on track. So shout out you who said the score to get to was going to be 75. You're on the money with that one. For Strongsville going forward, they got to look in the mirror and decide who they want to be. Do they want to be the team that shoots a lot of threes, jogs back on defense, jogs to the spots, and is lazy? Or do they want to be the hard-nosed team that's willing to do whatever it takes to win a basketball game?
And I think they can be. Looking at the next 5 games for Wadsworth, they have the following: Padua on Tuesday. I'm going to say that one. Ugh, that is a tough matchup. I mean, Padua's only loss is because Tatiana Mason, the number 3 player in her class, went off yet again. And for those who know NEO basketball, yes, Tatiana Mason, the daughter of former Team USA underage head coach Chet Mason, who is now the head coach over at Brush. After that, it is Solon, North Royalton, Twinsburg, and Carrollton. Carrollton on the 17th. That is a 9 a.m. game. So not only do they have about a 45 to maybe an hour drive out to Carrollton, you have to play at 9 a.m. So that is going to be a very, very tough game to begin a classic for them. But they were 19-6 last year. I mean, 10-3 at home, 6-2 on the road, 3-1 neutral. They lost in the regional semis to Hudson. I think this team, Bryce, Final Four, if not championship game and a state title.
I 100% agree. I think that was some of the best effort I've seen out of a basketball team in a long time. You don't see the effort like that from an entire group for an entire game. It's so hard to sustain effort. It's something you have to do mentally. It's not an easy task, and they did it and made it look easy. That's what impressed me so much with this group.
Before we go to Strongsville, some final score updates from Stark County of teams that we cover. Alliance Basketball gets a good win over Lake, 52-37. And Minerva a good win, 68-34 over Fairless. Obviously, our watch for them is 1,000 wins in program history. Now, I believe, up to 975. So getting very close to 1K. But Strongsville's next 5 games, it's Walsh, Lorraine, Mentor, Shaker, and Mags. I mean, Walsh is the big one. Mentor with Nina Rodriguez, the Detroit Mercy commit, very good. We saw her a couple of years ago in this building. An excellent player, getting better. Shaker, who you beat by 50, and then Mags, who is obviously, along with SJA, a powerhouse in the women's-only schools in the area. 5 difficult games in there, some character-building games, but definitely winnable contests.
Yeah, I definitely think they're winnable contests. I think for Strongsville, every game is winnable. You just have to be willing to go out and win it. You can't go out there playing not to lose. You have to go out there to play to win. If you come out soft and nonchalant like they did tonight, you're going to get your butt whooped every single time.
And I will say this to any basketball players, men's or women's, watching this game. The players that you saw tonight, some of the best that we will cover all season. The coaches, 2 of the best and most respected that you will see all year. These schools, 2 of the best communities in the area. If you want to see what good basketball looks like and how you can model your game, watch this game back. But I urge you, go to these teams' games in person. Nothing like watching it at home except for being there. Be in the building, support your teams, and learn a thing or two. We're going to look back at this in 5-10 years. Hey, remember that player we covered in 2025? Well, that's who they look like right now. We want to see those comparisons. We want to see it. I mean, you look at the landscape of NEO men's basketball a couple of years ago. Oh, wait, by the way, it's 10 years ago. Friga, Dwayne Cowell, those guys in maybe the peak era of 17-18. These players can really set the foundation for the future of the game. So if you're a young player, watch the film, go to these games, and learn from these players who are already doing this at an elite level. Strongsville may have lost tonight, but they are still one of the best teams in the state. And Wadsworth, once again, proving it. I would take any of these players any day if I was building a team that could be anybody in the state of Ohio. And I stand by that. These players, they give effort. They can do the little things. Sometimes it's not your night. There always has to be a loser. But Strongsville, they'll bounce back. And Wadsworth, they'll continue to roll.
Yeah, I think Strongsville will bounce back, and I'm curious to see on where Wadsworth goes this season. They have such a talented group who bought into the scheme and system that Coach Booth has. I want to see where they end up.
And once again, thank you to Jason Kepler, the athletic director here at Strongsville High School, for having us. As I said before, we love coming here. It's right down the road from me. Strongsville, some of the best hosts that we have ever had. I love coming here. We want to keep coming here, so thank you to him. Our plan is to be here again on the 24th of January. It is going to be senior night for the Strongsville girls basketball team. They play Medina. Should be a fun game, and we hope to be in the building. And part of that hinges on broadcast sponsors. If you want to join our team of advertisers and sponsors, information is on your screen on how you can do that, as we thank all 5 of our advertisers tonight for making today's telecast possible. And now, Bryce, we look at tomorrow. The NEO Youth Elite Christmas Classic. You'll be on the call for the first 2 games. Cam, the final 3. Let's run through it real quick. Richmond Heights Orange at 12:45. 2:30, it's another good game between Rhodes and Hawken. Combined 2 losses between them. Then at 4:15, Rayshon Hamilton and Akron Garfield. Mackay Ansbury and Euclid. 6 o'clock, Glenville and Garfield. 2 teams in desperate need of a win. And then your nightcap, the big kahuna. Warrensville won this game 65-61 last year. Lou East, they want their quote-unquote lick-back game, and they want to get it in prime time, 7:45. I'm excited for day 2, the finale of this year's NEO Youth Elite Christmas Classic.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a great slate of games. And I think there's going to be a lot of matchups that require high-energy, explosive performances from some of the key guys and best players in NEO, Northeast Ohio.
And I think all 5 games will really showcase how good NEO basketball is and why that is the place to be and the place to watch if you're trying to watch high school athletics or really any kind of games tomorrow. To stay up to date on all the games that we are covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and TikTok, SmeeFist2024 on Twitter, and SmeeSports LLC on Facebook and LinkedIn. As well, go down below and subscribe. While there is no added cost, it greatly helps out all that we do here at SmeeSports as we cover the best of the Cleveland and Stark County areas. As well, I forgot to mention it during my broadcasting kind of sponsor spiel about just getting more games. If you are a part of the athletic boosters at any school, you can sponsor games. It's a different format. I will talk to you about that information still on your screen. That is how we do some of our games. That might be the easiest, clear-cut way to get us in the building. So if you're a part of that, let us know, and we will be happy to cover your school in whatever way we possibly can. As we mentioned moments ago, 5 games tomorrow at the NEO Youth League Christmas Classic, and then rounding out our coverage in 2025, it is Holy Name and Richmond Heights on Tuesday. I believe a 7 p.m. tip-off at Holy Name High School should be a good matchup. But that'll do it for us here at Strongsville High School. Congratulations once again to our player of the game presented by CrossFit Strongsville in Lauren Decker, who had a team-high 16 points for the Wadsworth Grizzlies, who won tonight's matchup 75-59 over the Strongsville Mustangs. For Bryce Fisher, I am Nathan Smee saying so long from the Ville. This has been OHSAA Basketball on SmeeSports, presented by Ledgewood Barbershop. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you again next time.